Welcome to the Luxury Listing Specialist Podcast with Michael LaFido, where top luxury agents reveal their best practices, plus interviews with real estate industry influencers, thought leaders, and luxury marketing experts. You'll come away from each episode with new strategies and tactics to dominate high-end homes in any market. And now for the latest episode of Luxury Listing Specialist. Here's your host, luxury real estate expert, coach, and trainer, Michael LaFido.
Welcome back to another episode of Luxury Specialist. We have a special guest and a special show for you today. My name is Michael LaFido. You're in the right place if you're a real estate agent, you're a broker owner, you're a team leader, and you're looking to differentiate yourself from the competition. You want to raise the bar. You want to bring more value to your clients. Today, we're going to be talking about the top 5 concerns doctors and physicians have when purchasing a home, as well as when deciding which real estate professional is best to work with. Okay, so that's what we're going to be talking about today. I have a guest on, but before I bring the guest on, just a couple reminders. If you're getting value from today's episode or perhaps a previous episode, please leave us a comment. If we've earned a 5-star review, please, again, my guests aren't compensated. I'm not compensated. We're doing this to raise the bar, and the best way you can thank me is a review. So I appreciate it. Again, my name is Michael LaFido. I'm the founder of the Lux Designation. And again, for more information on the Lux Designation, you can visit luxurylistingspecialist.com, luxurylistingspecialist.com. Today we have a guest on, but before I bring him on, we are excited. We just released our 250th podcast. This is podcast 254 today. But if you are getting value, please leave us a like, leave us a review. And if you have a topic you'd like us to cover, or maybe a guest that you think would be a perfect guest, shoot me an email, michael@marketingluxurygroup.com, Again, we are looking for guests that can inspire others that are maybe up and coming luxury agents. Maybe you got your first high-end buyer, your first trophy listing, and it's a great story. We'd love to feature you. We, of course, want to feature top luxury agents as well. We have our new book, Secrets of Top Luxury Agents, that's coming out. So again, we want to feature top luxury agents, as well as service providers, strategic alliance, businesses that can help agents attract more high-end buyers, high-end sellers. We'd love to feature you as well. So to learn more about our book, and you can go to secretsofTopLuxuryAgents.com, secretsofTopLuxuryAgents.com. We are excited about our book, and we want to show you what that book looks like. Okay, we want to show you what that book looks like in a second. We'll pop that up. So again, my name is Michael LaFido. We have a guest on in studio. We've only had a couple in studio guests on our podcast in the past. The last one was a gentleman from Box Brownie that flew in from Australia. This gentleman did not fly in from Australia, but he's in studio. So today I'm going to be bringing on the screen Dr. Shareef, Dr. Shah, as I like to call him. He's the CEO and the president of the NPN Group. And you can find out more information by going to myexpressclinic.com, myexpressclinic.com. We're going to be talking about the top 5 concerns doctors and physicians have when purchasing a home, as well as he is a doctor and what concerns he has as well. So Dr. Shah, why don't you come on the screen here and scooch in nice and tight. He's in studio, and we have Dr. Shah. Scoot in a little bit more, and I'll scoot over. Dr. Shah, Dr. Shareef, say hi to everybody.
Hi, everybody. This is a great privilege to be with Michael. Michael is the #1 realtor in this area, and who else can be better to start your YouTube,
your YouTube, your presence.
Yes.
Learn grow your knowledge. I tell agents, grow your knowledge and your confidence will grow.
Yes.
So that's what we're trying to do with our podcast and our show, is giving agents and brokers tips and suggestions to grow their knowledge, to have more tools, more resources, so that they can go out in their local market. And by the way, leave us a comment. Let us know where you're watching from. We have people watching from LinkedIn, from YouTube, from
Interesting.
Facebook,
Interesting.
and other platforms.
Very
And we've had people on from other countries, from different states, of course. And so let us know where you're watching from. And many people watch the replays of this as well. So if we don't have a comment today, they can shoot me an email. Just a reminder, you can always shoot me an email at michael@marketingluxurygroup.com with any questions you have for myself or Dr. Shaw. But again, Dr. Shaw, we're going to be talking about the 5 top concerns that doctors and physicians have when purchasing a home. And again, you are a doctor. Tell everybody about how many years have you been in the industry and what your specialty is, if you would.
Okay, so basically, I'm from India. I came 30 years ago to United States. Me and my wife both are physicians, and my one son and daughter-in-law are also physicians.
Okay.
So, like anybody else, we want to buy a house in a better area so that we can have our best lifetime saving in a place where the schools are good and people are good, and especially realtors who show you these things because it is our hard-earned money. It is not easy out there to get money, but being in the profession, we help each other. So we believe like people trust and open to us as doctors. So we trust the realtor because if you look at the realtors, they are the one who make our biggest decision after car buying or any other thing.
Yeah, the real estate is your biggest investment.
Correct.
And so what I hear you saying, a lot of times in my trainings, I talk about Robert De Niro. There was a movie called Meet the Parents, and he talks about the circle of trust.
So when you say Robert De Niro, I should say like this. Are you talking to me?
I'm talking to you.
Yes.
Yeah. So Dr. Shaw, what I hear you saying is the circle of trust. So many times, if you have a great experience with a painter, an electrician, in this case, a big investment, real estate, many times you're letting others know, hey, I have a great real estate agent, or in your circle, because you led a mastermind, did you not, of other physicians? And so many times they're looking for somebody that they can trust, whether it be fix their car, in this case, buy a home or a second home or an investment property.
Correct.
Is that correct?
Correct. Absolutely.
So that is great information. I appreciate you sharing that. And we're going to get right into some of the top concerns when people are talking about a real estate purchase. And number one is proximity to the medical facility. So you have several practices, you have
Yes.
several locations.
Yes.
And so talk to me about, for you, the proximity. It might be different for everybody, but for you,
Absolutely.
what's important, and
Okay.
maybe some of your fellow colleagues.
Yes. So, for example, as a doctor, once you finish your residency, you choose your state where you want to practice. So, for me, I choose Illinois. So, when I came to Illinois, I saw there is a good field for me. So, I opened this urgent care and then I moved towards Indiana. That's where I had several, urgent cares. Then now I'm moving back. I want to go to other 48 states so that my brand, My Care Express Clinic, is all over. It is like a franchise. So why I came today? Number one reason, proximity to medical facility. When we hire doctors or the young doctors who come out of the residency, we want to provide them a nice place so that they live and they work. So one of their biggest concern, what about our children? What about our family? So as a NPN group president and CEO, I make sure that they get the best realtor so that they are in the proximity. If they need to come earlier, they can come. They have any catastrophe in their family, they can go back. So being in the community where there is a real thing is more important. So realtors are a key for having this proximity to medical facility important.
This is a silver platter. I talk about silver platter or Ritz-Carlton experience, right? We just were on a cruise. We were in Rome, and the experience. So what you're trying to do is provide silver platter turnkey experience, onboarding, and experience for the physicians you're bringing into your clinics. And part of that is that circle of trust and having that real estate agent that is not just looking for a quick sale, but is going to look out for their best interest, a good investment. So number one is proximity to medical facilities. So having something close in case they have to run home, or the easy button. Is that correct?
Yeah, absolutely.
So number one is proximity to medical facility. Now, number two is we talk about work-life balance.
There you go. It's actually following the previous question. Work-life balance is a part of that, because you see the Michael, you had a great point when you say work-life balance. For example, look at the top number one, money makers in United States. Okay, so for example, leave apart that 500, Forbes list people. They are entrepreneurs. They are different people.
Right.
But as a professional, the highest paid are the doctors. In the doctors also, the Indian and Pakistani doctors who are in this country, for all the realtors out there, they are your best. If you want to sell something to them, you got to give these two things. Number one, proximity to their facility, and work and life balance. That is very important. Whenever I apply for any other job or anything, you look at these two things, because it doesn't matter whether you're a doctor, engineer, or whatnot. So you're absolutely right. Your marketing luxury group, Michael, is really doing human service to the society. Actually, your own realtors, you being the,
Both. I mean, that's the way we built our
yeah.
course and our trainings is consumer first. If we do a great job for the consumer, naturally you're going to get more business, more referrals, etc.
Yeah.
So when we launched our designation, Dr. Shaw, 7 years ago, again, for more information on our designation, you can literally go to luxurylistingspecialist.com, luxurylistingspecialist.com. But when we launched this, we had zero previous luxury sales to take our course, to get certified, because we wanted to protect the consumer. Let's just say I came, I know you from playing pickleball, and you say, I like Michael LaFido, but he doesn't have any luxury sales. I wanted that agent to have the tools and the resources and the knowledge so that I could give you a better experience, where there's other designations out there that say you have to sell X amount of luxury homes in a certain amount of time to take this course. Well, guess what? If they don't qualify and they work with someone like you and they don't have the tools and the resources, and you have a bad experience, it gives the 1.5 million realtors a bad name. And so I wanted to make sure we raise the bar for the industry. So if we protect the consumer first, naturally it's going to help the real estate agent. So we were talking about number one, okay, proximity to medical facilities. Number two, work-life balance, and they go hand in hand. And let's talk about number three, neighborhood safety. Talk to me about why that's important when you're bringing on a doctor to your clinic.
So I'll give you an example. I work at two hospitals in Chicago. One was Torrey Hospital and Jackson Park Hospital. So Torrey Hospital is on the north side, and it is much safe there. Okay, so we were living in a high-rise building. Okay, and then when we were started at Jackson Park, the neighborhood kind of, you understand how south side is.
Sure.
Okay, so today
Higher crime, what
the
you didn't
number
feel
one
safe.
homicide capital in the world is the south side. Is it bringing bad reputation to Chicago? Maybe, but that is 1% of people. But the other people are very good in the south side. But we choose to live in Naperville. So we bought our first house in Naperville. Why? We look at those two things. And the third thing was neighborhood safety, which is very, very important. See, you have your lifetime assets, your children, your wife, and if they are not safe or you are not safe, how you're going to go back to your loved ones? That's the key. I agree with you.
That's really important. So Dr. Shaw talking about, he had a facility that was in Chicago, but he looked at well, we're going to get ahead investment here in a minute, but he looked at safety, he looked at proximity, and he looked at work-life balance. Those are the top three things that we talked about already. So number four, okay, I got to hold up a little bit, but school district quality.
There you go. So following your question, third question, the fourth school district Naperville, in the whole United States. I'm not talking about, one county, DuPage. I'm talking about whole United States. The library for the last 4 years of Naperville is number one in the nation. Okay, so after Winnetka in this area.
Winnetka and
Yeah,
Naperville. Yeah,
yeah,
and again, for our audience, we have members
yeah.
watching from all over the world. He's talking about a town called Naperville, Illinois, which is about 30 miles west of Chicago. It's highly regarded. Winnetka, the names that he's dropping might not mean much to you, but just think about in your particular market,
Yeah.
the school districts that are award-winning five-star school districts. Dr. Shaw looked for that when he purchased. And so school district was important, and school district is tied to number 5, which is investment, right?
There
So
you
for
go.
resale,
Yeah.
you want good schools,
Yes.
you want low crime,
Yes.
and in your particular case, doctors and physicians
Correct.
look for something with proximity to their clinics. And so the areas that you're referring to are close to highway, train, O'Hare, so people can fly in, right? So you got planes, trains, and automobiles, right? Like the movie with John Candy.
But you are missing one point, Mike.
Please tell me.
84 to almost 80% in the world, people like out of the 8 billion people, there are 80% of them follow religions. They are faith-based people in the world. Naperville has the number one church in whole Illinois. Why? The Calvary Church
Calvary on
is
Route
such a big,
59.
yeah, such a
Mhm.
big. And next to that, I bought my strip mall there. Why? Because there is a lot of traffic on Sundays,
Lot of
at least.
Yeah, a lot of
So
traffic. They
need,
bring the police
yes.
to let the cars out because there's so many people.
So you need to see two things in a doctor or any other investor. First, he want good school district, safety, all of the above. But the last thing is he want social integration. Means when you go to these churches, mosque, temples, you get into the biggest thing which defines longevity in the world is social integration. If you are socially well connected, and it is like it's a recycling, like, see, emotionally bankrupt a lot of people are today. They don't know what is yoga, they don't know what is going
They don't
to,
have work-life balance. They don't
yes, yes,
spiritual, mental, physical,
yes,
all these things we talk
absolutely,
about.
I totally agree.
Yeah. So you could look good, but you could
Yeah.
be a wreck on the inside,
There you
right?
go. Yeah.
So social integration, you
Mhm.
bring up a really good point. So being well-rounded, well-balanced, that work-life balance is important.
Yes.
And this is some really good nuggets. Again, we have on our show, for those of you that might be just tuning in, if you're just tuning in, this is Michael LaFido. I'm the host of the Luxury Specialist podcast. I'm the author of the book, Luxury Specialist, and the author of the upcoming book we're going to be releasing soon. I got to share this with you. Dr. Shaw, we are so excited about this upcoming book. It is called Secrets of Top Luxury Agents. Secrets of Top Luxury Agents. And we are excited about this. Let me get this banner off here so we can show you. Secrets of Top Luxury Agents is coming out. Our goal is end of September. It's a book anthology where we're interviewing top global luxury agents. We're also going to have some up and comers, and we are going to. This is going to be a bestseller. We're really excited about it, and that's the
So,
cover of the
Michael,
book.
when I'm seeing the secrets of luxury, see, you are doing something. It's like a maverick. You are a unicorn.
I'm the Maverick. I've
Yes.
been people told me I look like Tom Cruise. Are you saying that I look? Is that what you're saying? I'm a Maverick. Okay, keep going.
Don't get false hope.
Yeah, there you go.
So,
Appreciate that.
but I'm saying
Yeah.
you are. The thing is, you need to bring to the society what is different, which others are not doing. What you are doing with this book, because I'm here, I congratulate to you,
Thank you.
and
Appreciate
I
that.
wish you good luck.
Thank
and
you.
it will be number one seller.
Thank you.
Mark my words.
Yeah,
Okay.
you can't do the same things as everybody else. You
Yes.
got to think outside the box. So in your case,
Absolutely.
what's different about your medical facility? If you don't mind, I'm putting you on the spot, but
No
when
problem.
you're creating your medical facility, we call that a unique value proposition.
Yes.
Why should somebody go hire one of you or your doctors? What's different with your experience?
So-
What do you try to do to differentiate your clinics from the competitors?
See, most of the patient, they are, having drug issue. They are having some ease. We need to make them, well. Okay, so our main mantra, my main mantra is what I learned from my father, which is respect people. Okay, they come to you for help, so you help them. Don't be judgmental. I'm not judgmental. Whenever a lot of drug, because I had done addiction, so I don't ask them why they are doing it. The moment you do that, that defeats the purpose.
And you're
The
putting them on defense at
they
this
are,
point.
they
Yeah.
are,
Yeah.
they don't like you.
Yeah.
So the best thing is, of course, I don't listen to my wife maybe, but I listen to my patients, because
Yeah.
that is the key. Because you as a realtor, you just told me one thing, there are good realtor, there are some bad, but
Yeah.
I'm telling you 99% they are very good people, because they are going intruding into the house, so people are trusting them with the key to their
Yeah.
house.
Yeah.
They are valuable in the house.
Right.
So I mean, after doctors, you guys are, the other people who come into the house, they show us the body, they show you the house.
Yeah.
You show them the
There's
house.
trust.
Yeah, it's the
You know,
trust.
so you brought up a good point.
Yeah.
You know, our course is 16 modules. I've written a lot of books. I speak on a lot of stages. I just did a training yesterday for leading RE yesterday. I did this training, and literally we had over 750 agents register attend on selling luxury homes. But the number one question the consumer asks themselves, and in your case, a doctor or a physician, the number one question that they ask themselves, okay, is, can I trust Michael?
There you go.
Can I trust this real estate agent?
Yes,
Can I trust? Trust is number one. Right now, I represent a $3.4 million property I'm selling. It's under contract. I don't represent the buyer. The buyer's agent represents, of course, the buyer, and the buyer is a physician.
Yeah.
He told me, Mike, this is the fourth referral this physician has referred to me. Not this buyer, but another physician has referred this physician to him. And there's some inspection issues. He goes, I cannot break the trust of that referring. So they are literally nickel and diming us on every inspection issue, like it's a new construction home. But he's saying, I cannot break that trust with that referring doctor, because they've referred me 4 other doctors.
Yes.
So the number one question is, can I trust this person? Can I trust?
So trust is very important, just for you and me, because we both are in exactly same field. The professions are different. Okay?
Yes, yeah.
Okay, so trust is two-way street. They trust you, you trust them also. Okay, so with the patient, for me, try to imagine a young person who had never shown her body or his body to anybody. They come there, they disrobe, they tell us, this is my problem. What you do, forget about hip hop, but you always think, if it is your daughter, if it is your mom, if it is your sister, so you trust them, and you don't betray their trust. So
Great point.
the best thing, you guys, what you do, I know for sure you have the key to their house. There is so many valuables out there, but the way you guys do it, we are no different. We also do that with the body.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. So I call it, you are a consultant, you're an advisor in the real estate world versus a salesperson.
Yes.
Right? So many agents, they want to sell. They're trying to sell you a property. Even if you told me, Mike, I want this home, I want a home that backs to an open area so I can have privacy. And then you call me and say, oh, this house looks amazing. A salesperson will be like, yeah, let's go see it. The consultant, the advisor would say, hey, Dr. Shaw, I'll show it to you, but all along you've told me that you want that what's highest priority is privacy. Well, this home backs up to blank. I don't believe for resale as well as long term. I don't want you to make a quick knee-jerk reaction. I know there's not a lot of properties for sale right now, but I'd rather us wait for that property to come on that fits your needs. I'll show it to you, but all along you've been telling me, to you and your wife, privacy is important. So a consultant and advisor will almost remind them and talk them out of a sale if it's not in their best interest.
Yes. Michael, in the short time we met in this past few months, I'll tell you one thing. Your USB, your
unique value
yes,
proposition
is your honest person. What you just said, that there is a property, but there are less properties out there. But if it is a bad property, you will not propagate, or you will not say to the potential client, This is where the integrity, your upbringing, the
Integrity,
way
upbringing,
your parents
professionalism.
or professionalism,
Yeah,
more important.
yeah.
Okay, see, don't worry about what the the realtor licensing commission might do, but you yourself inside, you are a good person because you were brought up right with your parents.
Right.
Whoever raised you, they raised you well. So I feel,
Hey, thanks, Butch. Thanks, Pat, my mom and
by the
dad
way,
out there.
he didn't pay me to say this.
No,
I'm
no, he
telling you,
didn't. No,
I'm
but you and
just,
I, let's tell everybody,
yeah,
you and I met at a property. I
yes,
won't, it's in Naperville. I won't say the address,
yeah,
but
yeah,
you contacted me about a
yeah,
property I was selling. It
yeah.
was over 5 million. I'll say that.
Mm.
And, and you didn't know me from, but we had conversations leading to that
Exactly,
where you
exactly.
felt, okay, this guy knows his stuff, but
Yes,
I wasn't pushy
yes,
and, and, and so forth. So anyways, that's how Dr. Shaw and I met,
yeah,
6, 9 months ago, whatever it was now. So,
yeah,
so good. So you have mycareexpressclinic.com.
yes.
You yourself are an expert. You are providing content. You're going to be tell everybody about what some of your goals and aspirations are, giving back to your industry.
Sure. So the most important thing is we had worked with the lot of addiction people, and I had taken care of many people in the emergency rooms, especially people who are overdose. So I'm just saying to all those young kids, drugs are not good. Make sure that you understand what your parents want. Go into a path, whether you want to be a doctor, engineer, realtor, whatnot. Go into a path where your future is secure. You can raise a good family. Okay, so the important thing is realtors make our life easier because they take care of one important decision we make to buy the biggest investment, the house. So be with a good realtor. Okay, so I'm telling my story because I felt Michael is a great person and he's a good realtor. And whatever he's preaching with the book which is coming very soon, Secrets of Top Luxury thing, you should read that, because if it is a secret, he has to say something better, right? So I am assuming it's all good. So what I learned in America is one thing: this is a capitalist country. You work hard, you will get paid. A simple guy who is a dropout from Harvard, okay, that guy can be a $50 billion owner. I'm talking
The
about
American dream.
American dream.
Yeah.
So, and he
The
bought,
American gift, actually.
yeah.
We all have the
Yes.
dream, but it's what you do with it. That's a gift.
So for me, there are two models in life. Number one, there is a model which, like Elon Musk or Steve Jobs people, what they do, they make a product and they go to the next product. Okay. The other guys like Bill Gates and what they do is they know what to market, what not to do. Okay. So you have two school of thought, but you can reach your goal. You can be a doctor, you can be engineer, you can be Elon Musk, anybody. Okay, but make sure all the realtors, you cannot beat this guy here. Okay.
No, I appreciate it, but you're right. I say you're the average of the 5 people you spend the most time with. You hang out with 5 overachievers, you're going to be the sixth. I also say your mom was right. Your mom and dad knew when there was a bad apple that could be a negative influence on you, right? So that's that's who you surround yourself with. So some really good information. I'm going to recap. Oh, we got watching from Naples. This Mark Benson. How you doing, Mark? Mark is one of our loyal watchers. I was down in Naples the first week of May doing a training. Mark, thanks for joining us. So just to recap, we're talking about doctors. They have various concerns when purchasing a home. Okay, so we talked about today. Number one concern is proximity. Okay, well, not necessarily in order, but these are the 5 concerns: proximity to medical facility, work-life balance, neighborhood safety, school quality, right? And of course, all these come back to investment potential. What's the return on their investment going to be? Those are really the 5 concerns that doctors and physicians have in 2023. Is there anything else, doctor, that you would like to add to what?
So I would say the sixth would be, the important thing is social integration. You need to make sure people, there are good churches, there are good mosques, mandir, whatnot. Because, like I said, 80% of the world's 8 billion people are faith-based people. Okay, it could be Abrahamic faith, it could be Hindu faith, it could be any faith. So faith is important because
Faith's very important. And by
right,
the way,
yeah,
over the last few years, it's been under attack.
yeah, yes, I totally agree.
You
So
know,
so
so
I'm
yeah,
basically not a political person, but for me, whether it is a Democrat or a Republican, I take the best out of them. Okay, and I give them the
yeah,
kudos. Okay, so what Trump did, very good thing for medicine. He the warp speed with he did for the vaccination during the COVID time.
right, right,
And what Biden did are different things, which is again he's trying to help people who are poor. Okay,
right,
but to the point that you should balance both of them. So
right.
that's my and I give a shout out to my next person who is Dr. Singh and Arif, who are potential buyers there. Please contact him because he will help you to buy your best home. He goes into the luxury. I know you guys are looking for a luxury
Oh,
home.
we'd be honored to take
Yeah,
good care
yeah,
of them. And
yeah,
so, again, that's a reflection on you when you
yeah,
refer somebody, not
yeah,
just you, but anybody. So the circle of trust.
yeah,
Okay. So we talked about the top five concerns, and number six was social integration. We threw in a bonus item: under promise, over deliver.
yeah,
Thank you, Dr. Shaw.
yeah,
Any words of advice? Let me put your contact information up here again. If somebody
yeah.
wants to find out more, they can go to
So
mycareexpressclinic.com.
basically, what I'm doing is I'm in two states now, Indiana and here. I have 48 other states to go. So my goal is to make My Care Express Clinic the number one brand in United States. So in order to do that, I need to have a realtor where, for example, when you just said about the who is watching us from Naples,
Oh,
my
Mark. Yeah, Mark.
Mark. So Mark, I'm coming to Naples because I was in Naples 2 years ago, and My Care Express Clinic. So I will be your,
Yeah, so that's
potential. Yeah,
exactly what we're doing too with our network, with our Lux members.
yeah.
I get asked all the time. I just had somebody ask me for Rosemary Beach, Florida. So
There you
what
go.
we do is we connect them with agents that have gone through our course. We
Yeah.
speak the same language. We have the same expectation as far as silver platter service for our clients, thinking like a consultant and advisor and not like a salesperson.
Mark, maybe your guy DeSantis might be the next president.
He
Who
might
knows?
be. He
Okay,
might be.
so it's a good idea to be in the your
Florida
state.
is a
Yeah,
great
yeah,
state down there, man. They're booming down there. I have
absolutely.
a friend that just bought something in Naples 2 years ago. He paid
Mhm,
$690,
mhm.
and the house next to him just sold for 1.9.
There you go.
I mean,
Great.
unbelievable. Well, hey, folks, this is another episode of the Luxury Specialist Podcast. I'm your host, Michael LaFido. If you're getting value from this, please leave us a like, leave us a review. Go check out luxurylistingspecialist.com if you haven't done so yet to find out more about our Lux designation. And more importantly, keep raising the bar. And remember, we have more in common than the media tries to tell us. It's amazing how much we do have in common if you turn off the news and you just talk to your neighbor. My name is Michael LaFido. Until next time, you're listening to another episode of the Luxury Specialist Podcast. Make it a great day and
Thank you.
prove others wrong. Thank you, Dr. Shaw.
Thank you.
Thank you.